You stand in front of the mirror, and there it is again. That fine, thinning hair that just won't seem to lift, no matter how many times you tease, or fluff, or reach for another bottle of Miracle Volumizer. You've probably wondered if you're missing some secret that everyone else knows. The truth? Most routines you see out there weren't designed for women over 60. They're missing the details that actually work for us. But today, you're about to get 5 simple changes that make thin hair look and feel so much fuller. No pricey products, no salon appointments needed. Right at the start, I'm going to give you a tiny trick you can use before you even finish watching. It's so simple, you might just laugh. Try it once, and you'll see what I mean. Still, that's just the beginning. There's one step coming up, number 3, if you're counting, that almost nobody talks about. Yet it's the one that makes the biggest difference, not just in how your hair looks, but in how you feel every morning. And for women our age, that kind of confidence is priceless. If you've ever felt frustrated by limp aging hair or caught yourself avoiding photos, you're not alone. But these 5 steps, they'll help your hair frame your face beautifully, boost your spirits, and fit right into your everyday routine. So let's jump in with step 1. This little tweak might just flip your whole hair day. Remember that feeling when you settle for the usual haircut, hoping maybe this time it'll look fuller? Most women our age do exactly that. Keep the same style year after year, or skip trims because, well, it feels easier than facing a risky change. But you know what happens? Hair falls flat. It clings to the sides. And suddenly, you're wondering if you should just hide it under a hat. But here's the first simple shift that changed everything for me. And you don't have to chop off inches to see it work. Imagine trading in that tired shape for a fresh, blunt bob or a softly layered cut. Just picture it. The ends look denser, the whole style feels lifted, and suddenly your hair frames your face instead of blending into your neckline. It's like turning up the contrast in an old photograph. You don't need more hair, just the right outline. Now, here's something hardly anyone mentions. If you leave the sides just a touch longer, or add the gentlest layers around your cheeks, you're doing more than just building volume. Those longer sides quietly skim past any smile lines, softening your features like a natural filter, giving your face a fresh, subtle lift, without any extra effort. It's such a tiny detail, but it makes all the difference. And if you wear glasses, this little change works double duty. The new shape frames your features perfectly, adding interest without feeling heavy or bulky. A trick I wish someone had told me sooner. Have you ever tried changing just one part of your cut? Sometimes that's all it takes to see yourself in a new light. But if you think this simple outline trick is powerful, just wait until you see the volume boost coming in step 2. That's when things really start to get fun. So you tried that new shape, maybe even just in your mind for now. Ready for something that instantly lifts, without scissors or appointments? Let's talk about root volume, the hidden spring in every lively hairstyle. Unlike changing your cut, this next step is all about what you do after you wash your hair. Picture this. You've got freshly towel-dried hair, maybe still a bit damp at the roots. Here's where the magic starts. Reach for a root-lifting spray, or if you're keeping things simple, even a bit of dry shampoo will do. Flip your head upside down and give your roots a little spritz. Then blow dry just at the crown. The upside-down trick feels a bit silly the first time, but oh, what a difference. In less than a minute, you can see and feel the lift right at the top, turning limp strands into a soft cloud of volume. But the real trick, the one I almost kept to myself, don't just stop with product. After drying, take your fingertips and gently fluff the roots, like you're waking up your hair. No fancy tools, no complicated steps, just a few seconds of gentle finger action right at the crown, and suddenly, you've doubled your fullness. No joke. And here's why this works so well for us. As hair gets finer after 60, focusing on the roots brings the bounce right back where it's needed most. Just remember, avoid heavy serums near the scalp. They weigh everything down. Instead, give that crown some extra attention for 30 seconds and let your hair feel light and free. What's your favorite way to add root volume? Maybe you have a trick I haven't heard yet. But get ready, because next, I'm sharing the game changer. The one thing almost nobody realizes makes thin hair look instantly fuller and brighter. You won't want to miss this. And before I forget, there's one tiny mistake nearly everyone makes with thin hair. Even after doing all the right steps, I'll let you in on what it is before we finish, so keep an ear out for that little secret. Now that you've got shape and volume working in your favor, let's turn up the light. Literally. Have you ever stood in the hair dye aisle, holding up boxes, wondering if warm tones or cool tones would actually make your hair look thicker? Most of us just guess, hoping for the best. But there's a clear answer, and when you know it, suddenly your hair seems to catch every bit of light in the room. Here's the real scoop. Warm, golden tones reflect more light. They make each strand seem fuller and give your skin a gentle, healthy glow. Picture the difference between a dusty window and one freshly polished by sunlight. Just a few touches of warm color, especially around your face and crown, and you'll see your hair come to life. Brighter, softer, more dimensional. And after 60, it's not just about covering grays. It's about adding subtle highlights right where they matter most. Featherlight, not chunky, framing the face so gently, you'd swear you've just come back from a relaxing holiday. It's that fresh, rested look, without a hint of harshness. The twist? Most stylists miss the detail that matters most. Tiny feathered highlights around the face. Not big streaks. Not dramatic contrasts. Just enough to softly illuminate, to make the eye linger on the best parts of you. You might look in the mirror tomorrow and notice your hair looks lighter, even if you haven't changed a thing yet. That's the magic of shifting the way you see color. Did you guess right? Which tone do you think would suit you? And just wait, because up next, we'll tackle the #1 mistake that's been holding thin hair back for years. This is where the real transformation kicks in. Let's get honest for a second. How many times have you reached for a cream or an oil, thinking it'll tame those stubborn ends or give your hair some much-needed gloss? We've all done it, right? The shelves are full of little bottles, promising miracles. But here's what nobody warns you about. These heavy products almost always do more harm than good. For thin hair. I've seen it so many times. A friend tries a rich leave-in or a styling cream, hoping for bounce, and ends up with hair that clings to her head, looking flatter and somehow older in just minutes. It's a bit heartbreaking, isn't it? The culprit isn't your hair. It's the weight you're piling on, without even realizing. But here's the fix. One you can try as soon as tomorrow morning. Instead of reaching for anything rich or oily, switch to a lightweight mousse or an airy spray. These products are like little puffs of lift. They let each strand move and hold its shape without feeling sticky or greasy. For our hair after 60, less is truly more. A little goes a long way, and your hair feels fresher, lighter, and holds its shape much longer through the day. If you've ever felt like your hairstyle just collapses by lunchtime, this is usually why. And there's a bonus too. Mousse is budget-friendly and lasts forever. So you don't have to splurge to get real results. Try this swap, even just for a week, and you might be surprised how much more you enjoy styling your hair. And between us, Are you guilty of the heavy product trap? Let me know, because up next comes the quickest, most satisfying win of all. And oh, remember that little mystery I mentioned earlier? We're almost ready to solve it together. You've tried the cut, the lift, the color, and you've swapped heavy creams for lighter products. Now, let's wrap it up with the one piece I teased back in step 2. The mistake almost everyone with fine hair makes. Ready? It's this. Most of us completely forget about the scalp. Oils, residue, and leftover product slowly build up right at the roots, quietly weighing everything down. No wonder even the best styling tricks seem to lose their oomph as the day goes on. The good news? Here's the simple part. Once a week, give your scalp a gentle massage as you shampoo, or use a lightweight clarifying wash. You don't need anything fancy, just a little extra care. At the roots, the difference is almost instant. Your hair feels lighter, looks fuller, and holds its shape far longer. And here's a bonus ritual you can add every morning: a 30-second scalp massage along your hairline and temples before breakfast. It boosts circulation, helps styles last. No heat, no gadgets needed, just your fingertips. And the lift it gives carries you through the day. So that's the secret, revealed. Healthy, cared-for roots are the foundation for every other step. With this last shift, your hair not only looks fuller, it stays fuller. And suddenly, the mirror feels like a friend again. So there you have it. 5 simple shifts, working together like a quiet little team. A fresh cut that builds shape, a boost of volume at the roots, the right touch of color to brighten, lighter products that let your hair breathe, and finally, scalp care, the foundation that makes every other step last longer. What's powerful here is not just the look of fuller hair, but how effortless it feels. No endless salon visits, no expensive miracle bottles, just small, doable changes that slip right into your routine. And the result? A style that frames your face, lifts your confidence, and makes mornings in the mirror something to actually enjoy. Try even one of these shifts this week and notice what changes for you. Maybe it's the bounce when you walk, the way your hair catches the light, or simply that little spark of confidence when someone snaps a photo. Every small win is worth celebrating. And remember, the real beauty isn't just in the volume, it's in how these steps help you feel more like yourself again. After 60, we've earned the right to simplicity and confidence. Here's to finding both, one gentle shift at a time.